They are not myths. The ancient gods of Babylon and Rome were real demonic principalities. And as America has turned from God, they have returned to claim the nation. In one of his most startling and profound prophetic messages, Jonathan Cahn puts forth a terrifying thesis. The rapid and radical transformation of American culture is not a natural social evolution. It is, in fact, a spiritual invasion. He argues that the ancient pagan gods, who were the demonic principalities worshipped by civilizations like Babylon, Greece, and Rome, have returned. As America has systematically rejected the God of the Bible and removed him from its public square, it has created a spiritual vacuum. And that vacuum, Cahn warns, is now being filled by these ancient dark spirits. They are not returning as statues of bronze and stone, but as ideologies, as cultural forces, and as spiritual entities that are now possessing the nation. This is the spiritual reality, he insists, behind the chaos and moral decay we see all around us. The subtle, almost imperceptible sound of ancient chants and rituals being performed, not in crumbling temples, but in the halls of power and on the screens of our devices. The Bible speaks of a principle of spiritual habitation. Jesus himself described it in Matthew 12. He spoke of an evil spirit that leaves a person, and finding the house empty, swept clean and put in order, it goes and brings back with it 7 other spirits more wicked than itself. And the final condition of that person is worse than the first. Jesus concludes, that is how it will be with this wicked generation. Cahn applies this principle to the nation. America was a nation founded, at least in part, on biblical principles. Its house was, in a sense, occupied by the presence of God. But as the nation has experienced a sweeping clean, a secularization, a removal of God from its culture, it has become an empty house. This has opened the door for the ancient spirits, who were once exorcised from Western civilization by the power of the gospel, to return and repossess the land. Cahn identifies 3 primary ancient spirits, or gods, that have returned with devastating effect. The first is the spirit of Baal, the ancient Canaanite god of prosperity and fertility. As we've explored, his worship involved sexual immorality and child sacrifice. Cahn sees this spirit as the driving force behind the sexual revolution, the redefinition of marriage, and the practice of abortion. It is the spirit that attacks the biblical foundations of family and life itself. The second spirit he identifies is the goddess Ishtar, known to the Babylonians as the Queen of Heaven and to the Greeks as Aphrodite. She was the goddess of love, sex, and war, often depicted as a gender-fluid or androgynous figure. Cahn argues that the spirit of Ishtar is the power behind the modern-day confusion over gender and sexuality. The transgender movement, the war on the biological distinction between male and female, is a direct manifestation of the spirit of this ancient goddess who blurred and transgressed all gender boundaries. The symbolism of the rainbow, once a sign of God's covenant, has been co-opted as the emblem of a movement that Cahn argues is animated by this ancient spirit. The feeling is that of watching a familiar, trusted landmark being subtly and systematically replaced by a strange and foreign idol, piece by piece, until the original is no longer recognizable. The third and most powerful spirit is Molech, the dark god to whom children were sacrificed by fire. Cahn links this spirit not only to abortion, but also to the modern spiritual and psychological assault on children, the aggressive push to sexualize children at a young age through the education system and media, the promotion of gender ideology to confused and vulnerable kids. These, he contends, are a form of spiritual child sacrifice, an offering of the innocence of a generation to a dark and ancient god. The return of these gods explains the speed and irrationality of the cultural changes we are witnessing. These are not just bad ideas, they are spiritual strongholds. This is why it is impossible to reason with these ideologies. You are not arguing with a person's opinion. You are contending with a demonic principality that has taken root in the culture. This spiritual reality also explains why America is not just becoming a post-Christian nation, but an anti-Christian nation. These ancient gods are not tolerant, they demand total worship and allegiance. They are at war with the God of the Bible, and they will seek to silence, persecute, and ultimately destroy his followers. The return of the gods is a sign of a nation deep in the throes of apostasy, a nation that is giving itself over to judgment. But Cahn's message is not one of despair, but of clarity and a call to action. For believers, it is a call to understand the true nature of the battle we are in. Our fight is not against flesh and blood, but against these very principalities and powers. We cannot fight this battle with political or logical arguments alone. It must be fought with the spiritual weapons of prayer, repentance, and the bold proclamation of the gospel. It is a call for the church to awaken from its slumber, to stop compromising with the spirits of the age, and to once again become a beacon of light and truth in a darkening world. The ancient gods have returned to claim the nation that has forgotten its true God. The spiritual battle for the soul of America is now in full force. Understanding the identity of these ancient spirits is the first step to knowing how to fight and how to stand firm in the victory that is already ours in Jesus Christ. If this prophetic perspective has given you the clarity to understand the spiritual forces shaping our world, subscribe to our channel. It is time to open your eyes to the unseen realm.